Prices are rising around the world. Now, interest rates are going up to deal with the crisis. This is news review from BBC Learning English. I'm Dean,
And I'm RAFLY.
and we'll be looking at the vocabulary being used to talk about the global economy.
Remember, there a quiz on a website about the vocabulary in this program. But now some more on that story. Food and energy prices are rising across the world, meaning millions now face tough choice in their daily life. Economists blame a combination of COVID, the war in Ukraine, and poor harvest. Now, central banks are putting up interest rates to try to control the crisis.
You've been looking at the headlines. What's the vocabulary?
We have the spectrum of something into the mire and tightrope.
This is news review from BBC Learning English. Let's have a look at our first headline.
This one comes from the Guardian.
Now, the expression that we're looking at the spect of something. A spectre is a ghost, it's it.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And you are probably wondering then why are we talking about ghosts?
Yeah, I am. It's because a ghost is a scary thing.
Well, yes, it is. The specter of something is the possibility of something bad happening. So, in this case, it's a possible recession.
So, for example, we could talk about the spectre of climate change or the spectre of nuclear war. These are really serious things, but call we use this for more like hard situation. For example, the spectre of my destined appointment next week.
No, not really. We use this expression for unpleasant things that might happen in the future and will probably happen to a lot of people. And by the way, there are a spelling difference. So spectre in British English and in RA, but in the use it finishes with ear.
Okay, let's have a look at that again. Time now for your next headline.
This one comes from City AM. The expression here into the mire.
And the mire in an area of muddy, dirty, swampy ground is cool to move through. You can get stuck.
Yeah, that's right. But in this case and in this headline, we are not talking about a physical place, but we are talking about a tricky or difficult situation.
So if the global markets are in the mire, it means they are in bad situation. Can we talk about people talk using this expression into the mire or mire in something?
Yes, we can and we do very often hear this with politicians. So if there is some kind of political scandal, we can say that the politician is mired in scandal and there is an element of them doing something bad or doing something unpleasant.
Okay, let's take a look at again. Now for our next headline, please.
This one comes from the Indian Express tightrope.
Roughly, have you ever been to the circus?
Oh, I have when I was a child, but I really didn't like the clowns. What's wrong with the clowns?
Do you know what I really like though? Is that everywhere you walk along a road, you can fall off their stinger on either side. No, that is called a trick throw.
And in the headline we saw tightrope used to talk about a situation where even a little mistake can lead to disaster.
So, what the headline writer is saying is that dealing with inflation can be very difficult to do successful. There is risk, there is danger. There is also a longer version of this expression toward a tick throw.
That's right, and to walk a tightrope is to deal with a very difficult situation. So imagine that you are planning a wedding. You've got to think about who you are going to invite and also how much money do you have.
Yeah, and who are you gonna leave off that wish list? Okay, let's have a look at that again. We have had this picture of something, a bad thing that is coming your way.
Into the mire in a bit difficult, perhaps scandalous situation.
And a big drop, a small mistake, and everything could go wrong.
So don't get stuck in the mire with your English. Head over to your website or app where you can practice all of the vocabulary from this program with a quiz. And there are more examples there as well.
Thank you for joining us and goodbye. Bye.
Bye.